From burnout to balance, policies to support and retain teachers. Georgia policymakers, thank you for allowing me some time today to discuss a very important topic involving our children and teachers in Georgia. My name is Amy Shannon, and I've been a lifelong educator. We are experiencing some unprecedented levels of teacher shortages nationwide and in Georgia. A recent scan of national data found that over 314,000 teaching positions are unfilled or filled by teachers not certified for their positions. We must implement policies that will retain teachers and encourage new teachers to join the workforce. Vacancy rates are 2 times higher for specialized subjects like math and science, and they're 3 times higher for special education positions. Shortages are driven by several factors. The main things that we're looking at are low salaries, high stress levels, lack of support for teachers, as well as lack of time for planning and collaboration. It saddens me to say that in 1975, 75% of parents would like their children to become teachers, but now, in our current times, only 37% of parents would want their children to be a teacher. That's unbelievable. Policy changes are needed now to save our educational system. We need to rebuild the desire to serve America's children and build the future. This graph from the National Education Association shows the sharp rise in teachers leaving the profession in the last decade. Some key policy objectives are: number one, offer competitive salaries and benefits to attract and retain teachers. This requires significant funding but provides high equity benefits that are applicable to all schools. Provide financial incentives for teachers working in high need subject areas. This is highly effective in attracting and retaining teachers. It requires targeted funding, but definitely worth the while. Provide protected time for teachers to complete planning and collaboration tasks. This is highly effective at improving job satisfaction. Policies that support stress reduction and reducing burnout are also very beneficial. Implement structured mentorship programs to support new teachers and to reduce early burnout of the profession. When offering competitive salaries and benefits to attract and retain qualified teachers, this requires significant funding on the part of our government. It can include salary increases and tax incentives. Providing financial incentives for teachers working in high need subject areas and locations like rural areas also requires targeted funding that can include student loan forgiveness programs, housing assistance, and also tax incentives. Provide protective time for teachers to complete planning and collaboration tasks. This is going to require a mandate of minimum time requirements for teachers, planning time away from direct student instruction and without meeting requirements during this time. Implement structured mentorship programs to support new teachers and to reduce early career burnout. This also is going to require funding for mentors and salaries for extended time. Teachers have minimal time to plan for students. This graphic shows the lack of time. It has increased some. Our elementary areas have around 47 minutes a day, and our secondary areas have around 51 minutes a day. But much of this time is taken with meetings at school, IEPs, 504s. Our teachers have minimal time to plan for what they do most of the day, as well as contact parents and provide good communication, which is essential. We must mandate time for our teachers. The top reason for teacher shortages is the low salary of the profession in comparison to the level of education required to hold that profession. A teacher's weekly salary is 26.4% lower than other college graduates. Teachers state that salary is the top reason they leave the profession. The strongest impact on teacher burnout is the lack of time for planning and for collaboration. Multiple teacher surveys cite more planning and collaboration time would keep them in the profession. These things really show the importance of making policy changes to impact teachers and improve their way of life. These policy recommendations address the root causes of teacher shortages and provide sustainable support for teachers across the United States and in Georgia. We need to make an impact, strengthen the teaching workforce, benefits the entire educational system. These policy implementations would make a difference to our teachers today and in the future and secure our educational system in Georgia.